Good morning, Modern Steaders. It's about 4 degrees out this morning. It's brisk, but it's nice to see the sun starting to come up earlier now. Olivia just got on the bus. Usually we gotta have the outdoor light on. And look how bright it is. I'm loving it, guys. That means spring's gonna be right around the corner. I can't wait for that. Good morning, girls. I bet you're looking forward to warmer weather too, huh? I haven't checked on the worms yet because it's been so cold. I don't want to remove the hay bales and remove their heat. So maybe once it warms up in a few weeks we can check them out. I'm looking forward to all this ice melting. Everything is just covered in ice. It's all one big old ice skating rink. Once the ice is gone, I'll be happy. I bet you there's probably a good 2-3 inches of ice on the driveway. We're gonna be getting a lot of snow tomorrow afternoon into Wednesday morning. It's gonna prove to be interesting with all this ice. Whoa, I almost slipped there. Even with these ice cleats on. Guys. The goats want to come out. They're jumping on the door. You guys in a hurry to get out? Huh? Well, they ate about half of that tree so far. Give them their pellets right on top of their hay. Come on, get down. There you go. You're used to getting fed out here now, Willow, and not being milked. Let's see if we can get a... I don't know, guys. Time will tell, I guess, if she's pregnant or not. Well, it's like, why are you looking at me? Oh, let's see if we can stick this up. There we go, right? There. Hopefully they drink that while it's warm. There's a weather app called Weather One or One Weather. I was on it yesterday and looking. It does a 12-week weather forecast. I don't know how accurate that is, but it's showing that in about 4 weeks we should be breaking the freezing temperature point here and being above freezing during the day. I'm looking forward to that. It was like the second week in March, I believe. We're gonna be going from like the 30s during the day, 20s to 30s during the day the next 4 weeks, and about second week of March we're gonna be like the high 40s, 50s during the day. So, and it looks like the weather breaks at that point, and we don't really get cold for that long after that. Good morning, girls. You're doing good, eating all your grain and your chaff hay and your corn. You liking the variation in your diet lately? There's some more chaff hay for you. A little frozen this morning. I'm seeing 1 egg this morning. Nice. Been kind of surprised lately, but I've been noticing when we crack the eggs open, they look like they're fertile. I'm just surprised that moose is able to make the eggs fertile. I didn't think he'd be big enough for that. For the difference between the size of the hens and how small he is. But you know what? Let's leave the door open today. I'll shut it this afternoon. I'll let them come out and enjoy some cold weather, I guess. They're like, oh yeah. You know you want to. There you go. Get some fresh air. You ready to go in the warm house, Pluto? I don't think the chickens are too sure about it. It's mornings like this that I'm thankful we got a nice warm basement like we do. We can work more on our goat disbudding box and be warmed by the wood stove. Pluto and Tanner have the right idea. I need to make a notch for the kid's head to be able to come out. So I gotta figure that out right now. So I'm gonna go 3/4 of an inch on each side. And then from researching and looking, it looks like 4 inches down is what we want. I want to make a round bottom here, so I think that'll work out good. That's kind of perfect. Yeah, that'll fit nicely. All right, so now comes the fun part in tracing it. And I think if I do a good job cutting this out, I can use this for another part, which will save us about 20 bucks. There's no pressure now, but if I can cut this out nicely, I can use this for a headpiece. So, fingers crossed. I just want to get this nice and smooth and round it out a little bit. Just get it so it's not any, there's no rough edges. What are you doing? Huh? What are you doing? I'm gonna bring my belt sander outside. And I'm gonna round this over a little bit nicer. Then I'll be right back. You guys can stay in the house where it's nice and warm. It'll just be a few minutes. For you, it'll be half a second. Be right back. Told you it wouldn't take that long. It's cold out there. Got that nice all rounded over now. And I sanded on a little bevel for the back side. So this is gonna be the chin rest, and it's gonna go like this. I need a little piece of wood to put in that little angled spot. You put kind of where that sandpaper's lying. Let's see if we can find some scrap wood. You two kids are making lots of noise. I try to keep scrap wood around. And when we made our goat milking stand, we used maple, and some of it was 2 inches thick. Maybe there's a piece right here. There we go. That might work for a gusset. Let's see. I don't know if we got the right angles or not, but so it'd be something like, get the clamp out of the way. Maybe something like this. All right, so we got to figure out the right angle. Alright, I think I got it figured out. I think it's a 30-degree angle we want. Boom! Look at that. That's beautiful, guys. That's beautiful. Look at that. Would you just look at that? Man, that's gonna be beautiful. Now I just gotta figure out how long we want to keep this gusset. Do we keep it long like that just for the look of it? It looks kind of bad. Bad, but I like it. It looks a little mean. I mean, it's overkill, but we could keep it. I could cut a 30-degree angle here, or I could keep that. That's probably a 45. That looks nice, though. Let's spin this around and see how that one looks. Now I like it better if we just leave it, I think. Like that. And like that. Yeah, I like it. It looks mean. Sorry, I had to take a quick intermission to watch this dog. He's just cracking me up. I think he must have got a big old burst of energy all of a sudden. I wasn't planning on getting this fancy with this part of the box, but it kind of just all came together the way it did. So now I want to figure out how to screw or get this position to screw this on the right height and length, and then we'll screw everything off on the back side so you won't see the screws, and we'll glue it. I just went outside and I sanded these pieces up because once they're on, they won't be easy to sand. Figure out the height. It's not fun when your clamps don't work the way you think they're going to. I'll flip it over. We're gonna pre-drill and countersink two holes. Good. That looks good. You guys trying to figure out how to center this. It's going to be the next step. I marked center on the tongue piece, marked center here, and I guess we're going to eyeball it and see what lines up and looks good. We can also extend this line up a bit, and then we can do this. There we go, there and there. That looks good. Oh, Tana, you being a good boy? Alright, so we got this marked and countersunk. And I want to drill into the maple so we don't split it. Put our screw. Let's put a little bit of glue on here. There. That'll be nice. The best part is that saved me about 30 bucks not having to buy a headpiece. Yeah, that'll work good. Now we want to pre-drill 1, 2, 3, 4 holes on this side. Much as I don't want to. It should kind of hopefully line itself back up once we get everything started. I think right there. There we go. Starting to close up the gap. I was afraid of that, guys. Too close to the edge here. So before I back that screw out, I'm gonna fill it with glue, and then we'll clamp it. It'll dry, and we'll be in good shape. So we'll fill this with glue. This is kind of a little bit of a trick of the trade, I guess you'd call it. Just work the glue right in the crack. Back this screw out. I'm going to grab a piece of bag. I'm going to put my clamp on here. Clamp it up. The bag is just in case I get glue behind the clamp. And then I don't have to worry about the clamp getting stuck. Let's switch it around. Not what I wanted to happen, but it's not the end of the world. We'll repair it and it'll be good as new. See? That's all closed back up. There we go. I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to pre-drill these all out, take it apart, glue it, and then we'll be back. Alright, this side, no crackage. Much better. Flip it over. Guess we can stop it for a minute. I want to try something. I want to see how our spacer block fits. It'll fit in there. I want to make sure. Awesome. Okay, so I can put this in after and be able to move it around and figure out the positioning. I didn't want to put my outside board on and then not be able to get this in. So we're good there. Cool. Alright guys, I didn't do this. He put himself to bed. Nah! One of Olivia's doll beds. You like the doll bed, Tanner? You're silly. Nap time. What is it with kids and puppies? They can sleep in the most uncomfortable positions and it don't bother them. That would kill my neck. I'd have a stiff neck for a week after. It's like, don't talk about me. Alright, I got a whole bunch of clamps on here to get everything all lined up the way I wanted it to. Take them off now. I think that's what we're going to call it for the day on the project. We're going to let it finish drying. I'm not putting any screws or nails here, so I got it clamped up to dry with glue. That side's already dry. I think we made really good progress today. That headpiece came out nice. That's why when the goat's head's in here, they have something to rest on. We got to sand it down. Flush up the edges. We gotta make the cover, which is here. We still gotta cut this down to width and length and hinge it on here. So it'll go like so. You can get the goat in. Boom. We'll sand all of it down and we'll probably put an oil on it for a finish. But that's looking nice. I got a little bit of an uneven overhang on the back. We'll sand that down. Yeah, I like it. Oh, I guess that board's not wide enough, guys. Not sure how I figured that. Hopefully I got a different board. Oh, we do. Maybe I just took the wrong board. I'll use this piece of cherry right here. This board's... nope, still not wide enough. Luckily, this piece is more than wide enough, so we'll have to make our top out of that piece of cherry. We'll let this finish drying. Olivia's gonna be home shortly anyways, so we'll be able to do the afternoon animal chores. It's one thing I wanted to show you. Let's lie it back down. The area that cracked, it's all dried up. And focus, you can't even tell there's a crack there anymore. Careful on the ice skating rink.
That's why I wore all my stuff.
Pluto wiped out too. The goats are over there.
I'm gonna climb that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Climbing the ice bank.
Yeah. It's easier doing it this way.
Yeah, you can probably slide too. Did you girls eat all your hay? That wind is cold. Careful. I got almost all that hay gone. Their water hasn't frozen yet today. That's a good sign. You want to give the goat some of the dog treats we made?
Sure. Awesome. I don't want to scare you. Oh! Oh.
Did you like it?
Come here, Willow.
Quick, come over to Blossom. There you go.
No, not my glove.
Did she lose it?
I got it.
Quick before Willow gets it. There you go.
There we go.
They all got one.
Yeah. Now they want more.
Want that little piece?
Yeah, because Willow only got
That's it.
Piece of Willow.
That's all I got in my pocket.
Oh,
Rough? Yeah, it looked rough. Oh, all the chickens are hanging outside of New York City. I was hoping they were all going to be in by now. The chickens are loving the little bit of grass there is. Yeah, Moose, you can come out. No chickens are inside. I wonder if some of the chickens laid their eggs outside. There's only 4. There should be at least 2 more. Oh, we gotta leave that open. I think all the other chickens and moose are under the coop. I'll have to wait to lock up the coop. Want to make a stir fry for dinner tonight. I'm using garlic, onion, red pepper, and cauliflower. If you're asking yourself why those ingredients, it's what our grocery store had on sale for the week. It's always fun trying to see what you can come up with. Giving yourself a challenge, or I don't know, I just like doing different things. Like, oh, that's what they have on sale this week for organic produce. Let's see what we can make with it. Get these in the frying pan first. I find that the peppers take longest to cook.
You were laughing at my stories, roll back from my youth.
We're gonna need 2.5 cups of water to put in our Instant Pot for cooking our rice. We're cooking brown rice. And then 2 cups of brown rice. Try to do it one-handed without making a huge mess. Give it a little stir. The recipe that we're using doesn't call for it. I like to add in a splash of sesame oil. Give it a little more. A little bit of cornstarch slurry. Add that right in. Thicken the sauce right up. Like the most amazing sticky rice.
It's a big mushroom one.
Time to heal it. Still, you fight with what you're told.
You know the moment you're doing something and you're like, I know I shouldn't be doing this, and then quack crack. Yeah, that's about what happened when I was driving that screw in on the goat disbudding box. I kind of had a feeling that was going to happen, and it did. Well, I'm glad we got it fixed. I could have let something like that ruin my day, but when stuff like that happens, I like to just take a step back and remind myself, not always easy to do in the moment, but you know what? Something stinky happened, however you want to say it, and it's not the end of the day. You can make it the worst part of your day, is if you just keep brewing and stewing on it. You're better off shrugging it off, fixing it, coming back to it later with a better attitude than I am when I get mad at it. It just throws my whole day off. So I just try to laugh about stuff like that, shake it off, fix it, and move on to the next thing. Well, I hope you guys are having a great day. I know we're having a good day. We're looking forward to spring. You can hear Tanner in the background. He wants to play. So this is where we're going to end today's video. Thanks for coming along on our journey with us. You guys are a true blessing to our family. And we'll see you right back here in the next video at Lumnah Acres, a guide to modern homesteading, self-sufficiency, and freedom. Tanner says have a good night.